now, because Verna gave hers back, right?
Well, yeah, Verna would have given hers back, and then it ended up here. And I don't know. To me, Anne obviously intended Verna to find this thing. And the only way you're going to figure out who's on the other end of it is if you use it. Like, you would just use it once you found it and figure out who's got it.
Yeah.
That would be step number 1.
No, that's what I think you should do, or you would do. Hey, what does Harry Potter do when he finds out that secret diary that fucking is empty in book 2
He
of Harry
uses
Potter?
it.
He writes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
First thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I got an empty-ass diary.
Granted,
Here we go.
he gets transported. It's a whole
No,
fucking thing.
but
He trusts it. He shouldn't. But
the difference, though, is that Harry didn't know anything about that book, whereas Verna is super aware of exactly what this journal does. Verna just doesn't understand why Anne wouldn't have said who has the other one. Like...
But, okay, Anne probably figures that you figured it out now, Verna, and that you're like...
Yeah, you found the book, use it. Like, that would be your natural first step.
Yeah, I think she assumes that at this point you talked to Millie, you found the fucking package in our secret sanctuary that only me and you have been in now, and my handwriting was on the package, right in the book, Verna.
I mean, yeah, it sets it up to be totally safe. And that's the only thing right now, is that Verna knows that Anne is dead. So it's not Anne.
Yes.
Obviously, that's a silly thought. So somebody has to have it. But if Anne went through all the trouble to hide this thing and wanted to make sure that you found it, you would use it. And I don't feel like that is a crazy thought. I feel like a lot of people would instinctually do that.
If she didn't want you to use it, she probably would have put a warning not to use it, at the very least.
Right. So at this point, Verna asks what the fuck is up with Warren. He tells her that it's a thing about prophecy. And it's a prophecy that clearly references Anne and Nathan's death, leading to the end of the Palace of the Prophets, and to Richard abandoning his blade and being delivered to evil. So, worst prophecy ever.
Yeah, not great.
Warren says it's also on a true fork. So not only is it terrible, it's true.
Like, he verified. He knows that this isn't on a weird dead fork somewhere.
Right. Verna asks how old it is, and he reveals that it came to him, like, today.
And to him, this is a big deal.
Right.
This is his first, baby prophecy.
Yeah. It's the first one. It's a little fucked up and rough around the edges, but it happened.
Yeah.
So he sees these fragments of a vision and the words, just like Nathan did. And finally he clues Verna in on the big secret about how the sisters, they can't really know the prophecies since you can't have the vision.
I think it's funny that Nathan kept that secret for 3,000 years, as far as we know. And he told, Marge at the very end, right before she fucking died.
Very end, right.
But to our knowledge, he didn't tell anybody else in the palace. He might have told Anne. I have a suspicion that maybe Anne knew, because she knew a lot of shit. But as soon as Warren finds out, the day he figured out that he could read prophecies proper, he tells somebody immediately. He's like, hey, Verna, guess what? You guys don't know shit.
He didn't last one day.
No, he didn't keep the secret at all.
Well, I mean, how could you, really? I'm good at the whole, I'll keep something from somebody for prank's sake or whatever. But,
for prank's sake?
For whatever sake. I just don't want to sound like a liar. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just this is information not everybody needs to have because it's of a fucking prophecy. We know what happens when Nathan lets shit out.
Yeah.
So keeping it a secret would be of the highest priorities. Warren's like, oh my God, check this out.
Yeah. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah. And I mean, we know Warren has proven his test of pain. He is a legit wizard now. He's proved himself. And still, he's like, first day.
Yeah, first day. Not going to keep secrets at all.
Trying to get to the bottom of this, Verna asks if it's true or not. Warren says that it's true, but the words might not exactly mean what they think they mean.
Riddles!
Right, and we've talked about that before. And of course, Verna gets frustrated at that. She must have gotten this from Richard. She doesn't like riddles anymore.
No.
I want actual answers. God damn you.
That was the first idea I had too when I heard that. I was like, Richard would fucking hate this. He'd
right?
Be like, just tell me.
No. Verna, just slap him and force him to tell you because we don't play riddles. Warren tells her that, look, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing. Literally, today was the first time that I've ever had a vision, but I will try to explain what I think it means. He doesn't personally believe that the prelate in the vision is her, which is a huge fucking relief.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, no, you're not going to wreck this, entire way of life for thousands and thousands of people.
You're not going to be Richard.
Right.
With Aiden Drill.
Right.
In the Midlands.
But the problem is that in order for that to happen, you have to be dead.
Oh, shit. That's a problem.
That's a huge problem, and that is where the chapter ends. And it's almost a good thing. Because, holy shit, can't stress this enough, this beer is strong.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys enjoyed today's episode and you had some thoughts on it, feel free to let us know by writing an email to podcastatt@gmail.com or hitting us up on any of the social medias at podcastatt. We also have a phone number in case you want to text or leave us a voicemail. It's 616-259-0025. And if you really, really wanted to give us a hand, you can go to patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge. We really, really appreciate it. I think I'm going to go take a nap. So I'll say thank you guys for listening, and we will see you real soon.
Bye.